When you're called into the test room, the invigilator will check your identification, then direct you to a seat. Your watch, mobile phone and any other electronic devices will be kept outside the test room along with any other personal belongings. You can't take any food or drink in apart from water in a transparent bottle, so make sure you eat before the test. The invigilator will explain the format of the test and the order in which the components will appear. They will then hand out the question papers and answer sheets for the listening test. If your test centre uses headphones, the invigilator will then give you full instructions on how to use them and how to adjust the volume. The invigilator will then give instructions for this part of the test, making sure you write your name and candidate number on the question booklet and answer sheet before starting to play the audio. Before each part of the test starts, you have time to look through the questions. Make sure you read the instructions carefully and underline key words or phrases that will help you identify the answer. You'll only hear the audio once, so it's important that you note down the answers as you listen. Don't worry if you miss something or are not sure of the correct answer. Note down what you can, then go on to the next question. You'll have time at the end to transfer your answers, and you can think about any missing questions then. You'll hear the answers in the same order as they appear on the question paper. In both the listening and reading sections, there are several different types of questions, as we explained during the course. These include things like labelling diagrams, sentence completion, multiple choice, and more. So it's very important to read the instructions carefully each time. At the end of the listening test, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Remember, spelling and grammar are important here, so make sure you check your answers carefully. At the end of 40 minutes, the invigilator will tell you to stop writing and will collect your papers.
So we will now do the reading test. Now I will give you the question booklet and the answer sheet for the reading.
Next, you have 1 hour for the reading test, where you will read 3 texts and answer 40 questions. Unlike the listening test, you don't have time to transfer your answers at the end of the reading test, so you must write them directly onto the answer sheet as you go through the questions. The final part of the written section of IELTS is the writing test. The invigilator will explain that there are 2 different writing tasks and that you have to make sure you use the correct answer sheet for each task. They will then hand out the answer sheets and question papers. You have 1 hour for this part of the test. Make sure you read the questions very carefully and underline any key words. There are 2 tasks and you should allow 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2. As we discuss in the course, analysing the questions and planning carefully are very important and should help to reduce any time needed for changing or rewriting the text. If you do need to change part of your writing or correct mistakes, just use the eraser.
That is the end of the writing test. Please stop writing, put down your pens, pencils and erasers, and close the question booklet. So please do not talk to other candidates while we are collecting the question booklets and the answer sheets.